ago, I found out that baseball was going to get Male Athlete of the Year, right? And what an awesome accomplishment. So I'm all excited, right? I'm thinking to myself, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? So what do? I call my college coach, right? If anybody knows where I played, Coach Gordon, he's a talker. So I call him, and he says, Joe, let me give you a bit of advice. I said, yes, Coach, yes, sir. He says, always be grateful to attend a banquet. I said, yes, sir. And he says, also, number 2, be grateful for great athletes, and especially athletes of the year. I said, yes, sir. He says, because when you have some of those, you might get invited back to the next banquet. So I'm glad to be here, guys. I truly am. So hopefully I get to come back for number 6. If you're getting this award, you've obviously had a really, really special career, right? You've done some special things, and all the athletes here have done some special things, but you've put yourself head and shoulders above maybe some others. And this athlete's no different. He holds numerous top 10, or he ranks in the top 10 of numerous pitching statistics in the history of Concordia baseball. Top 10 in games started, top 10 in hitters, striking out hitters. 6 complete games, top 10 in that, and I'll get back to that here in a minute. That's just to name a few. Along the way, obviously, he's got a plethora of accolades. All conference, 2 different all regional rankings or players, all region, excuse me. 2 different All-Americans, 2nd team and 3rd team All-American. So he's done it all. And in the classroom, he's been all conference, all academic conference. And in 6 days, he gets a chance to walk. Pretty cool. I said I'd come back to the 6 complete games, and I'm a baseball coach, and Crystal can allude to this as well. We do numbers. So I started crunching some numbers. In a complete game, you throw the first pitch and you throw the last. In college baseball, you play about 50 games. Last year, we got rained out a few. We got rained out a few this year. So it was about 40-something games. I started looking at Major League Baseball. I know it's a little bit different. Up until today, there's 30 teams in Major League Baseball. Most teams have played 26 to 28 games. That's 854 opportunities to throw a complete game. 854. There's only been 6 done in the major leagues this year. That's 1 in every 142 opportunities. And he did it in six times in a college season. Pretty impressive. You'll see why I probably didn't go out to the mound here in a few minutes. God built his body a little bit different than mine. He's a competitor, right? And but God also probably told me to keep my butt in the dugout and leave him alone and let him finish the game. So great accomplishment there. But the best part about this guy, and I know this has nothing to do with this award, because this award is typically all about accolades, but he's a better person than player. Multiple times, professors, admin, different people have come up to me and said, hey, we got so-and-so in our class. Or I just stopped and I saw so-and-so. What a young man, what a student. What character does he have? And I obviously say all the same things. I get the same person out there at baseball. And when you have all this success, sometimes you're not always so humble. And he's as humble as they come. We've all had those people that have success and they change. And failure could do that to you too. But when you have success, more lights are on you. And the lights have been bright on him for 2 years now. He shows respect to everybody. He cares for everybody. He's respectful. And he's trustworthy. All the things that you look for, all the things I look for in my players and in the men in the world today. Your co-male athlete of the year is Riley O'Sullivan.
Well, thank you, Serge. Thank you for not coming out to the mound those times and letting me finish those games. Well, first off, I would like to thank Concordia for the opportunity to be at this school. I've created so many memories here that I will cherish. I want to thank my coaches for giving me the chance to be a Golden Eagle and represent this school with the best of my ability. I also want to thank my teammates that were shoulder to shoulder with me through the ups and downs of my time here. I want to thank my family for all the love and support they've shown me through the years, giving me the opportunity to play baseball in my life. And most importantly, I want to thank God for all the blessings He's provided me and guiding me here to Concordia, where I've made so many relationships that I will always cherish for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Hi guys, good evening everyone. The bad news is this public speaking is definitely not my favorite thing to do. The good news is I didn't have to follow Miss Mo, so we're okay. My name is Jeff Foster, the head men's lacrosse coach here. This is my 6th year in the program. We haven't had the ability to attend this banquet in years past since I've been here because of conference alignment and playoffs. We were lucky enough to get here. Our coaching staff was able to take our kids back from Denver this evening so we can get back here with our seniors and get them recognized and let them be part of this experience. So I thank my staff for allowing us to do this. So I'm here to present Co-Male Athlete of the Year for men's lacrosse. Little stats for this athlete. He finished this season, we'll talk about 2024, with a 65% face-off percentage, which is first in our RMAC conference. 149 ground balls is also first in our RMAC conference this year. He's currently 8th in the country in face-off percentage in all of Division II, and as things shake out in the next couple weeks here, I'll probably move up a little ahead of that. He's first team all conference, and he just recently got nominated or recognized last night in the RMAC championship as an all-tournament team selection. 3 weeks ago, he was also the RMAC Defensive Player of the Year after going 92% in 2 conference games. Pretty impressive season for him this year. Last year and previous years here with us as we were at the MCLA level, obviously he won the 2023 National Championship. He was a huge part of that. That year he's recognized all-tournament team, RMAC two-time All-American, 2-time All-Conference Defenseman Player of the Year, and 2-time All-Conference in addition to be a Scholar Athlete and 2-time captain for our program. This guy has been everything and anything for our team. We would not be in the position we are in and had the success we have had without him. It's easy to go kind of through the accolades and the stats, and it speaks for itself for how good he is and what he means for us. But it only really tells a small story or part of the story. His position is very specialized for the sport. If you guys aren't aware of lacrosse, the face-off position is very unique. There's one guy that plays, and he plays the majority of the games and the majority of the season. He came in as a freshman, instantly became a starter for us, and has been a starter every single game since. With that, part of that, right, it's blessing and curse. A lot of guys, because of that, were very fearful of coming into our program because they didn't want to sit behind someone that was better than them. So for him, very difficult to sharpen the sword when you don't have other guys to compete against, but it just shows his work ethic and his diligence and his commitment to not only the team, but also himself getting better, that he continued working and improving every single season, every single week for us. He's one of my favorite guys on the team. Obviously, 1, because he's a heck of a player. 2, he's probably the first guy to really learn how to deal with me as a coach. I probably tend to be more on the intense side. A lot of guys, when I call them out or question what they do, they answer me back, which is probably the worst thing you do to me. He's learned to just say, I suck, or that was terrible, huh, coach? So he's really learned how to kind of manage me and make me laugh, which is a good thing during games. But really, he just, again, his significance to our program and the success we've had and what he's done on his own to make sure he continues getting better is really what set him aside or apart from everyone else in the conference and really at the national level, at the MCLA level and now at the Division II level. So it's with all these stats and acknowledgments that it's my honor to present this year's Co-Male Athlete to K. Poe. Only trying to please myself.
Thank you very much. First things first, just thank you to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing me and guiding me through all of this. Thank you, Coach Foss, for bringing me here. getting the opportunity to play in college and to be competitive is just beyond a blessing. And just giving me the tools to be successful on the field and just in life. And I'll take that with me forever. And thank you, Mom and Dad, for guiding me through this and just giving me the opportunity to go to college again. And thank you.
So for those that don't know, sometimes it's tough to be in the softball program because it's assumed I'm the athletic director. So I'm a little harder on my team at any award they received. But in this situation, I simply could not deny that this young lady, in my opinion, had earned the Athlete of the Year. I'll be a little different than my colleagues, and I'm going to start with some stats. I am a stats girl too, Joe. And when I looked at these, I actually was arguing against you, dear, but I couldn't help but sway my vote. This young lady has been an All-American both in the NFCA and the D2 CC2A. She was the Pac-West Pitcher of the Year, the Regional Pitcher of the Year as a junior. She's been first team all-conference every year she's been here in all region, all 3 years. In our program, we've got a history of tremendous pitching. That's what kind of has been our success. She ranks in the top 6 in school history in both career wins, strikeouts, and led our entire conference this season in strikeouts. She ranked second all time in career saves. She's also in the top 10 in career ERA. Probably our most impressive stat is in 2023, our team won the NCAA lowest ERA in the country with a 1.11. And she was the leader of that group with a 1.13 with 123 strikeouts and held opponents to a batting average of .190. She's been a 3-time Academic All-Pac-West D2 ADA Academic Award recipient and also an NFCA All-American Scholar Athlete. When I think of this young lady, probably one of the proudest moments for us with her is she was baptized here as a sophomore, I think, which was a really awesome event. If you don't know anything about this young lady, she transferred, came to the school, actually the polar opposite of my personality. Probably exactly what I'm not looking for, and only in this way. She wears a lot of pink, she has a lot of glitter, she's really emotional, she comes with big personality, and sometimes it's hard for me to relate to her. What I've learned over the last 3 years about this young lady is she's actually a lot more like me than I thought, except for the glitter and the pink and the ponies.
We can fix that.
No, we can't fix that. But what I loved about you, Caitlin, is I've loved your ability to grow and learn, to hear the truth from me. We've had some really hard conversations in the 3 years you've been here, to watch you grow and develop as a young lady and as a pitcher. I always keep telling you every day that you're here, we've got a little couple more things to do, which we do, and I'm not talking about on the softball field. But to win my favor when I think on a career and I look back at what you've done here, it's remarkable. I'm really, really proud of you, and I'm most proud of what you've done off this field. So without further ado, I'd present Caitlin Entrup.
Wow, there's a lot more eyes up here than it is sitting down there, I'll say that. And to start, I'm going to defend myself with my pink and sparkles because you can't suck and sparkle at the same time. It's just not possible. So yeah, I'll start with that. Yeah, here it goes. I just want to thank my parents, first of all, for all the countless dollar signs you have spent on me and all the hours that you have driven to the fields and practices and all those crazy tournaments out of state. I wouldn't be where I am without you guys, so thank you, and I love you both so much. I also want to thank my teammates, the ones that are here tonight and the ones that aren't, for welcoming me into this program with open arms. It's been such a blessing, and I'm really thankful to call you guys my forever softball sisters. And I also want to thank Crystal and Rose for allowing me the opportunity to be such a small part of this amazing program. And you guys trust and believe in me, even in the days that I don't trust and believe in myself. God has truly blessed me and led me to such a special university and program, and for that I am forever grateful. And all glory to God. And as Crystal always says, it's always a great day to be a Golden Eagle. So with that, thank you guys.
But Coach Joe said, and honestly, and in all seriousness, it is a blessing and honor to have our guys recognized. They certainly are deserving of these awards, and I'm glad to be able to do this for them. So I'm here to present Male Scholar Athlete of the Year. Kind of a little bit of stats academically and athletically. The student athlete finished undergrad in 3.5 years here with an overall GPA of a 3.78. He was on Dean's List 6 out of the 7 semesters. Currently, he's in the MBA program with a 4.0 GPA. He has served on as a SAC representative for men's lacrosse for the last 3 years. Prior to this year, he was the 2022 Grogan-Craw, no one really knows how to say this word, but Grogan-Craw Award winner, which goes to the MCLA's top student athlete. He was a 2-time All-American, 3-time All-Conference, 3-time MCLA Scholar athlete, as well as a 2-year captain for us. Unfortunately, this athlete tore his ACL this spring. Wasn't able to compete, but he will be back next year, and I will be praying for every opponent he faces, because they should be scared. I was asked to tell a funny story about him, which there are many, between his high-pitched voice, his fascination with the color orange, and his absurdly long hair. He had to about a year ago. See, he had this plan to grow his hair out until he graduated, and he looked like Captain Caveman. Last spring, one of our family members, Brett Misaki, was diagnosed with cancer. When that happened, our team quickly rallied to support and shave their heads. This athlete was the first one under the Clippers to be able to do that for him and kind of break what he wanted to do. Fortunately, Brett was misdiagnosed, and he's doing really well. But we were, again, very prematurely, we were a team of players and staff, knuckleheads, that all had a shaved head when our cancer patient had a full, beautiful head of hair. So the silver lining in all this is we found out underneath all that hair and beard and all the other grossness of the awful haircut, there was a great looking young man underneath all of it. Again, I can't say enough about what this athlete has meant for our program. I guess, so my guys know I'm mad, sad, and angry I do really well. Happy I don't do very well. It's emotion I can't handle. So I'm probably gonna tear up here a little bit. I don't know why. I wrote this in the plane today, and I was crying on the plane, so I'll do my best. The best way I can describe him is I have an 11-year-old son. If my son grew up to be anything like him, I could go to bed at night knowing I did something meaningful in my life. So he's a special young man for our program, and we wouldn't be the same without him. So this year's male scholar athlete goes to Jake Boudier.
How's it going, everyone?
Hey, what's up?
Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear the high-pitched voice tonight. We just came back from RMAC conference tournament, and the voice is shot, so sorry for any voice cracks you hear during the middle of the speech. But like Coach Foster said, these last 4 years, they've really been, they meant the world to me. Even though this spring I unfortunately got injured and it wasn't the way how I wanted things to go, I wouldn't change any of these last 4 years for anything. They meant the world to me. To my coaches, all my teammates that are here, as well as the ones on the road, to the ones that have already graduated. They've just meant the world to me, and all these memories, I wouldn't trade them for the world, including winning this thing last year. It truly meant the world to me, and it's just an experience I'll never forget. And then I also want to thank my parents here today, my dad, Todd, and my mom, Christy. They've meant the world to me, and they've just helped fund this whole journey, and I wouldn't be able to do any of the things I'm able to do. I wouldn't be standing here on this stage today without them. So thank you very much. I really appreciate the award and the recognition. It means the world. Thank you.
Good evening. It's a privilege to be here, and it's a privilege to present this award to this young lady. I'll never forget recruiting this young lady. We called starting in September, which is fairly normal for our sport, of her senior year, and we called, and we called, and we called, and now it's December, and we called, and she took about one of every 4 calls we made, and the assistant coach at the time said, "Coach, I think it might be time to move on." And I said, "No, I believe in this young lady." We knew her high school coach, and we just kept calling. And finally, her parents and her, who are here tonight, came on a visit, and I'll never forget that visit. And I'm thankful that God brought her here. She's been an elite performer on the track, on the cross-country course, as well as in the classroom. She is our first female distance runner at our school to make the NCAA Division II Track and Field National Championships. She's now done that in back-to-back national championships, both at outdoor track and indoor track. She handed off the baton in 3rd place this year indoor in an absolutely elite field of Division II runners. She was a Pac West champion in the 800 meter dash last year and set a meet record. That was 2 minutes and 8 seconds for 800 meters. That's twice around that big oval up there. I don't know how many people could beat her in this room, but not very many. She finished 9th at regional cross country and was all region for back-to-back years. She was 2nd place at the Pac West Championships this year, 3rd place the year before. She has been academic all Pac West every year that she has been eligible. She has maintained a 3.84 GPA and just been a dream to coach. She's trusted me. She's been able to have hard conversations with me and my staff. She has elevated our team. She loves the Lord, and she's bought into making the program better, not just herself better. As I said, she's an elite performer, both on the track, on the cross-country course, and in the classroom. I am thrilled to present your co-female Scholar Athlete of the Year, Portia Eisman.
Wow, there are a lot more eyes up here than sitting down there. First and foremost, I want to thank God, my Lord and Savior. I wouldn't be here and having all the accomplishments I've had without Him. I want to thank my parents, who's always supported me every step of the way, always there texting, my mom cheering me. This weekend, as everyone got quiet, I could hear her in the stands yelling my name, so always encouraging right before my race. I want to thank Coach Bloomfield, who's put so much trust and patience and work into me. I wouldn't be the athlete and person I am today without him. He's right calling me, he called me and called me and called me, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go here, but coming here was the best decision of my life, because coming here I was really quiet, I did not talk, I was super introverted my freshman year, but completely changed as I opened up, and my teammates around me has put their warm arms around me and has helped me become a better person and a better athlete, and I just want to thank everyone, so thank you.
I just finished my 15th year here. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, pretty incredible. I think when you look back at kind of the progression that you guys go through, as freshmen, you come in, you try to get the lay of the land, you're kind of in survival mode a little bit, and then as time goes, you figure out like your place where you can grab hold of your part in the program, and you can start to influence and impose your talent on the program to help you guys be successful. I think as you start to get through that, you have to have some discipline to maintain consistency. And as you start to develop that discipline and the consistency, you find a way to dominate. And it's like, it goes pretty quick, and all of a sudden it's like, people are leaning on you. Your program's leaning on you, your team's leaning on you. And then all of a sudden you become a senior. And I think that's the part, it's the best part. Because normally when you become a senior, it's no longer about you. You start worrying about the program. You start seeing things how coaches see them. So how you show up to training, you're looking at the group. Are we connected? Is everybody, are we in cliques? Are we together? And you start to shepherd, and really this legacy piece, that's what seniors are concerned about. And I think in the 15 years, this group of seniors and this women's soccer team, I couldn't be more proud. And so to be up here to recognize an outstanding member of an outstanding team is pretty remarkable. And I just want to identify, there's kind of like 6 traits in rank order that allow players and student athletes to get here. I use my hands a lot, sorry. Dependability. Are you dependable? Can people rely on you when it's needed, and can you step up to the call through the duration, like over the 4 years, when it gets hard, are you dependable? That's number 1. 2, are you loyal? Do you give loyalty back to those who have earned it from you? When it's hard, when you don't owe it to them, and when it may cost you, are you still loyal? The 3rd is you have to have ability. Like, you have to have ability to do the job, otherwise it's like you're gonna be pretty limited. But ability comes 3rd, it comes after those first 2. After that is having a positive mental attitude, because as you navigate, guys, you're gonna get the ups and downs. So you have to have a positive mental attitude that allows you to kind of be the cork. You're not gonna be suppressed all the time, you're gonna be able to be that person that is the light in the darkness. From there, you have to go the extra mile all the time. Go the extra mile all the time and make it a habit. That's the only way you can add value into any organization or to any program, is that you go the extra mile. Do the small things that nobody wants to do and do them with excellence. And then the most important piece for me, for this campus, for our institution, and for success is, can you apply faith? When it is dark and nobody can see the light, can you be the one that imposes your will for success on the circumstance? And that to me is this young lady. She has been dependable. She's played the most minutes in our program's history. She has been captain. She has won multiple all-region awards. She is an academic all-Pac-West selection every single year. She's maintained a 3.7 GPA. She has allowed and promoted success in our program. And we talk about it. Everybody has a next level. You can be good on the field. You could be good for the team. You could be good for the program. You could be good for the athletic department. You could be good for the institution. And I think this young lady has done all of those. And it is my honor to present this year's co-female Scholar Athlete of the Year to Gabby Brennan.
Last time I think we took it way too far. I know we'd be alright. I know we back as if we last.
Wow, there really are a lot of people out there. Public speaking isn't my strong suit, so I'm gonna keep it really short and keep my thank yous in person, more personal. But I just want to say, first, thank you to my parents for supporting me through my whole athletic career. It was a long one, and you guys really stuck it out that whole time, so I really appreciate you guys. And I want to thank my team.
There's not that many of you. I was all excited. I had this whole big message prepared, and I was going to talk about, what you've all experienced over the course of 4 years, and the reality is everyone else came up here and talked about the exact same thing, and what your freshman year was like. First of all, I started getting PTSD, going back and reliving it. This is my 5th year. This particular senior class is my first class, and I remember their recruiting trips. They came as individuals. There was one particular trip in January, they all showed up. I think there were 12 or 13 of them, and in the end, I think 8 committed, which was awesome, and life was great, and the world was amazing. And within 6 weeks, the world stopped. My son, my younger son, went through the same experience, if you're a 4th year senior, that you all did. Very similar experience, lost his senior year of sport, prom, graduation, grad night, everything. Discovered what Zoom was, which was really neat, but that was it. And then when you all got here, I don't think anyone knew what was happening. I don't think anyone knew what it was gonna be like. And we didn't either. We had an amazing administrative staff and wellness staff, and we were able to welcome you here, but even then, we didn't know what it was gonna be like. And hearing everyone tonight talk about masks and the screens up, and our table was talking about eating, in the tent with rain just pouring in and wind pouring in, and their parkas up over their heads, and thank goodness life got better. But there were any number of ways that the student athletes handled that first year. Some were highly motivated in a very unique circumstance. Others struggled, kind of navigated to the best of their ability, and frankly, some didn't make it. Some just couldn't make it through. And the recipient of this year's Men's Gold Eagle Award chose a different path. He decided that he was going to make the most of everything of his experience here. I remember his recruiting trip. He came here in January, but he also came about 2 weeks earlier to a dual meet up the street against the other Eagles, and where we won, thankfully, which may have helped get him here. I don't know. But he was going to make the best of his experience here, and he's done that. And it's been amazing to watch him. To dispel the drama, the recipient's name is Chris Haygood, and I'm going to say some things about him, so I'd rather you know his name up front. He is genuinely Mr. All Everything here at CUI. There's a number of people in the room who know what I'm talking about. He's been an RA for 3 years. He was on the Hunt Committee, the inaugural Hunt Committee. He's emceed events. He's been the face of the social media campaigns of a variety of different things. He's done everything while serving as a 4-year member of the swim team. And he is the heart and soul of our program. He has been that for all 4 years. He is also someone that despite that big goofy smile, that friendly personality, and what makes him just entertaining, he is also a guy who's going to fight to get his hand on the wall first at the end of every race. And that has been a lot of fun. He's been more than just a swimmer. His involvement on this community has been profound. I mean, he's done so much, not only for our team, but for Concordia. And I constantly see him driving the golf carts around, which I still don't know who approved that. But I just love that he's done so much, but then he's never shirked his responsibility as a member of the team. I don't know how many people know this. I'm hoping not going too far. When he was 7, he had a rod inserted into one of his legs. And up until last summer, he lived with that. He became an elite swimmer with it. And last summer, a decision was made by the doctors to remove that rod and see how he'd recover. We thought, great, senior year, this is going to be awesome. He's had such a good career, but senior year, he's going to be amazing. And he wasn't. We got to our mid-season meet in November, and he was supposed to swim 7 races, swam 2, and we shut him down. Then we shut him down in December. And in January, we tried to get him back in shape, and we did the best we could. He endured everything with a smile, and he was happy and enthusiastic, but he was not what he wanted to be at any point. We thought, well, we're going to go in a conference, and we're going to see what happens. At that conference meet in February, he just erupted. It was the coolest thing. On day 1, he led off our 800 freestyle relay. One of our other seniors, John Southern, was here, and they came from 5th place to win the thing, beating everybody. It was a complete upset, out of the blue, no one expected it, and it set the tone for the men's team. On the last day, Chris swam 100 freestyle, finished 3rd, and got his first ever NC2A qualifying time. And all he did when he turned around, he saw the scoreboard, he looked back and he had this massive goofy smile on his face like, look what I just did. And that was it. I mean, it wasn't, slapping the water and freaking out. He just enjoyed the moment, and he's always enjoyed the moment. Everything he's done here has been about that. He finished his career as a very clutch performer. He has 2 individual relay PCSE titles. We have a team championship. He also has 5 podium finishes, and he also has 11 swims in the all-time CUI top 10 on the men's side. Besides that, what is most important is he consistently demonstrates to his teammates, to opponents, to coaches, that being a kind, selfless, and honest person is better than being the fastest swimmer in the pool, and he has proven that for 4 years. I am thrilled to present this award to someone that I have the utmost respect for, and that I'm going to miss terribly. Please help me in congratulating and welcoming up our male Golden Athlete recipient, Chris Hager.
No, I'm jumping out of bed, and I know I don't matter, yeah, but I know I didn't have it, yeah, for the money I'm a savage, yeah, everyone wanted it.
Hello, everyone. I want to start off by thanking everyone for allowing me to get to this place, starting off with God, followed by my friends and family. Thank you especially to Johnny and Nicole who showed up. And big shout out to Bert. He talked about how memorable our recruiting class was. Well, he left out a part where my certain recruiting trip, I ended up in the ER. Fun experience. It was actually the reason I committed here, because I knew that I was going to be cared for and looked after. So it was really, really an awesome experience. And he didn't think I was going to commit, but I proved him wrong. And I want to especially give another shout out to the other 8 coaches that I've had here at Concordia. It's been an amazing experience, and they've really given me different perspectives on what I do as a swimmer in and out of the water. I want to give a thank you to my bosses that I've had, all 3 of them, and my amazing professors that have been helping me through college and shaping me into the person that I am today, hoping to be more wise, honorable, and cultivated than I am yesterday. Thank you.
For those that don't know, I graduated from here eons ago, like in the year 2000, so I will say one thing very proudly. I love Concordia. I've always loved Concordia. I never wanted to leave here. This place has been special to me for the minute I stepped on the campus, actually the fall before my freshman year of college. I'm super stoked to have a nephew on the baseball team here that shares my love for this place, and I can't wait for him to get into this room. But this young lady for me has probably been the closest thing that I can say experiences this place the way I feel like I have. I've connected to this person even though she's not very talkative from the minute she got on our campus. Maybe she has a little bit of a funny recruiting story as well. She came here to pitch and came to her workout and could not pitch because she threw up Gatorade all over the bullpen and had to stop. Needless to say, maybe that's why you came here too, Court, I'm not sure. But what I'll say about this person is, I know God is real watching her compete this season for one reason. She very, in my eyes, pretty willingly in the last 4 years took a back seat to a lot of pitchers in our program. When there was times where I would have pitched her, she probably would have been successful and been the star of the show. Never one time in her 4 years did I hear her even sniff at a complaint about what she wasn't receiving. It was always about the team. It was always about what we could do as a group. It was always about her teammates. She is all the things that need to be a Golden Eagle. She's in our SAC board. She does a ton of community service. She's great in the classroom. But I think for me, when I coach in today's day and age, and actually my entire senior class, I've got a couple candidates that would really hit this mark. But Courtney, I know God is real because I've watched you pitch this year and seen the fruits of your labor, and I've seen you to get what you finally have deserved. She's had a pretty great year, guys. She's been the Pac-West Pitcher of the Year 4 times this season, and she threw the first perfect game. That means no batter on in 21 outs in the history of Concordia softball in Division II era. And it was against Azusa, so it was really awesome. And then also, she probably, dumb coach Crystal, probably should have hit her, because the 3 or 4 times I've let her hit, she's done nothing but hit a grand slam and then a walk-off home run. But she can also pitch, so I don't want her to run the bases. But Court, I just want to say to you in front of this group how much I respect you, just how much it's been a pleasure to watch you compete, but what it's been the most pleasure is to just never have to worry about your intentions, to never wonder about your loyalty, to never wonder, do you love this place? Because I know you've experienced it just like I have in every part of it. So congratulations, Court. Courtney Coleman's Golden Eagle Award.
Sit tight right where you are, babe, 'cause I'll be at your door in 10 minutes, whatever you got on, girl.
First off, I just want to say thank you for this award and thank you for everyone who is responsible for putting on this banquet. I'm so grateful for everything I've done here and all of the opportunities you all have given me. I want to say thank you to my parents, my coaches, my teammates, the athletic training staff, my professors, and everyone else who has just made my time here so memorable. I'm so grateful for everything I've gotten out of this place, and there's no other place I'd rather be. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, I just want to tell a little story about this professor he is a great professor but also a great friend. And so my journey with computer science started my sophomore year without a clue on how to even code probably the answer to 2 + 2. I didn't really know what I was doing, and regardless of that, this professor made sure that everyone in his intro to programming class understood every topic that he could teach. And he did this by sacrificing countless office hours outside of class to help those who needed it. And what amazed me about this was that it wasn't only in that class. It was for every year, in every class that he taught, with every student. And along with that, he had a special attention to detail for every student athlete that I met in my major. He's always found a way to work around games and practices and make all of his classes, even though they're challenging, hard not to succeed in if you put in effort. So for that, all athletes and students in general, thank you.
So my speech is a little bit longer, so sorry. But this faculty member has greatly impacted my life. I've often seen him rush down the stairs with a big smile on his face to watch my tennis matches. He cheered me on from behind the court, always saying, "Let's go, Tiffany." His support and his positivity meant a lot to me. His dedication extended beyond sports, as I always witnessed him running in and out of the computer science lab or his office from early morning to late at night, helping students with a smile on his face. His unwavering support throughout my entire 4 year here has been a constant source of motivation and encouragement. His enthusiasm in every aspect, no matter how complicated or challenging, embodies unwavering support and genuine care. His wise and encouraging words during challenging moments still instills confidence and belief in my abilities. I always felt that after facing each challenge with his guidance, there was a light leading to victory and success, a lesson that has resonated deeply with me thanks to his mentorship. This faculty member has profoundly impacted my life, teaching me to embrace each day as an opportunity for growth and creative problem solving, much like the persistence required in to solve a problem of coding. Regardless of the challenges or errors of faith, his mentorship has instilled in me the invaluable lesson of never giving up. Through his guidance, I've come to see that after every challenge, there's a path illuminated with hope and leading to victory and success, a realization that has touched my heart deeply. His commitment to student success, seen in his tireless efforts and positive attitude, makes him a guiding light of mentorship and kindness. It's no surprise that he's celebrated as Faculty of the Year. Thank you for your impactful and uplifting presence in my life. With that, tonight we have our great honor to present this year's Faculty of the Year Award to Professor Tallman.
Well, thank you all. This means a lot coming from you. I've greatly enjoyed Tiffany seeing your tennis matches, Liam seeing volleyball. I think the game against Stanford this year was particularly enjoyable. Andy and Tamsin, if you're out there, you're both scoring goals at senior night. Whether it's seeing, well, I know him as Matthew, but I think you know him as Koa, be the enforcer on the soccer field. Just sport after sport, it's been very enjoyable. One of the highlights was when the softball team invited me to come attend practice with them and cheered me on, made me feel very welcome. So thank you softball team. The second maybe good memory is that the water polo team did not ask me to come out and join them for practice, because I would have been in the bottom of the pool in about 45 seconds. So thank you, athletes. Next year I'll be able to keep going to games, but I won't be able to see all of you, and that's going to be really hard. I'm going to miss you all a lot. It's been a very enjoyable 2, 3, 4 years to spend with you all.
All right. Well, tonight I have the special privilege of presenting the Sixth Man Award. The sixth man on any team is someone who is critical for the success of the starting lineup and build on the momentum of the game. If the team needs a scorer, the sixth man will come in and score. If they need a defender, the sixth man will come in and defend. If a team needs 5 fouls committed on someone, the sixth man comes in and commits those fouls. In our athletic department, our special events and all of our home games rest solely on the work of this one man. When we need 300 chairs set up for an ice cream social, you see him out there setting up each chair. In this gym, we have to convert it from practice to game in a very speedy time. We have one gym, we have 5 teams, and it needs to happen. I did some number crunching for our Crystal and our Joe Turgeon fans. Here we go. He has performed 40 game day setups this past season, and in his 17 years of service, it's over 700 times he's been in this gym, turning it over. And he does it with a cheerful heart. Amador Bermudez is a shining light on this campus, and that is just with the athletics events beyond all of the other special events on campus. My son, 7 years old, would come with me on campus, and I'll see him having a conversation with Amador by his yellow cart in his native language. So I'm gonna give this my best shot. As my son Hezekiah would say right now, felicidades en tu reconocimiento, estamos muy agradecidos por ti todo lo que haces. Amador is homesick right now. He's had a rough, hard week of setup. So on behalf of Amador, I want to invite Bill May to accept this award for him.
Round of applause for John O'Neill, our awesome MC. Awesome. Okay, so real quick, one of the coolest parts of my job is I get to oversee our Student Athlete Advisory Committee, which has been mentioned a few times tonight. I would like to take a minute to recognize those that are graduating. So when you hear your name, please stand and let's hold our applause to the end. Jack Harris from Men's Swim, Ryan Burke from Women's Swim, Courtney Coleman from Softball, Tiffany Carrillo from women's tennis, Michael Mira from baseball. We have Cece Smith. I think water polo, did you guys make it? Are we here yet? Welcome water polo. They made it back. Awesome. So we've got Cece Smith from women's water polo, Liam Roberts from men's volleyball, and Jacob Cloutier from men's lacrosse. I will say really briefly about this group, they have worked exceptionally hard to make really positive impacts to this group and to classes to come. They worked really hard on building camaraderie between teams. They do all of the efforts and make all of the initiatives in our community service. They're just exceptional all around, and obviously I'm biased because I get to work with them every day, but I have the coolest job in the world to work with what I think is the best of this group, and I truly mean that with my whole heart. You guys embody everything that a Golden Eagle means. You do everything right, you do everything well. I have your back always, but I really just thank you guys for the time and the dedication to this department that you guys have put in. So thank you so very much.